MangaPlus had one-shots and didn't blow up. What you doing? I'm here talking to the AC Stories with this Otakutainment opinions. If you keep up with MangaPlus every day like I do, which is shueisha's Shonen JUMP Plus app pretty much for English users, you know it's the 10-year anniversary, which is celebrated with a bunch of one-shots. What MangaPlus is marketing, I guess, even though I never see it anywhere except for MangaPlus and I guess on their social medias, is a special summer one-shot collection, which is 11 one-shots from 12 creators that ran from August 18th through August 28th. Now this is an opinions video more than a review video because there are 11, but one-shots are longer than typical just chapters, which means there's more to them, and if I tried to review every single one, this would be a very long video. So instead I have a ranking for them. I might give a little thoughts on them. It's been some time. I was reading these as they came out and then a little bit of time to put my thoughts together. So it's been some time since I read the very first one. Me trying to think of which the very first one was. I think I do. I guess there's not too much reason to go into too much detail because these are one-shots. They're not most likely going anywhere else, but there was also previous works from these authors because all of them were people who already had stuff on MangaPlus, Shonen JUMP Plus in the past. Now, one-shots to me on MangaPlus isn't a new thing. They've been releasing a lot of one-shots, especially this year, just more and more. Almost, it feels like every single day already anyways. So, what makes this so special? I mean, nothing really. If you didn't know about the marketing, you're probably just seeing it's like, oh, there's still more one-shots, but I just still think it's a cool idea. One, it's their 10-year anniversary. That's cool. I didn't know they've been around that long. I've been using them maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't know. Because I've only been reading digitally for a bit. The weird thing is, it's a 10 years anniversary. There's 11 one-shots. There's 12 creators. Don't know why they didn't sync those numbers up in a way that made more sense, but I guess I'm not going to complain about there being more. Now, with all of these and all the different creators, there is a wide variety of genres, of tone, art. I mean, this is just a whole bunch of different things because there's a whole bunch of different people. There's one story, of course, that has 2 different people working on it. That's why they're creators, and one shot doesn't quite equal each other's. But I really, after reading all these, enjoy it more because they put this idea in my head like, oh, this is like a celebration or a collection, and I'm like, well, you know, it'd be cool, a physical collection of this being released. I don't know if there's ever going to be a plan. I read a lot of short stories, pretty much just like one-shots. They're almost the same thing, and I could see like some of these going on being longer series, but I do think for the most part they did a good job at maintaining the one-shot kind of just chapter, just a single one-shot. Some of them are decently long, none of them are too long, some of them are pretty short. I think some of them were only 30 some chapters. I would like a physical edition of this. I would probably get it. I have plenty of other one-shots. I have just single volumes of stuff. I have a whole collection of one-shots, you know, Junji Ito's mainly short stories. It's all that same kind of stuff. I write short stories, so I like this kind of stuff. Which is weird because reading the one-shots up until this point is like, okay, here's another thing. Like, they're always fine. Nothing really stands out that much, but something about it being a collection, that's what's getting in my head. It's like, oh, but this would be a nice collection. If it's going to be a collection, I wish we would have got more from the creators themselves, more input from them instead of just, here's another one-shot from them. Because you might not even know what this previous creator did. There was sometimes you would see on the cover of the one shot just like little snippets of like the creator blah blah with another one shot of blah blah, and it's like, oh, okay, I kind of recognize that. Most of these, I feel like there were only really one that I kind of didn't really like. The rest were like, okay, well, these are fine, and then a lot of them I actually really quite enjoyed. I doubt they're doing another collection like this anytime soon. I hope they do. I'm never going to complain about having more. But yeah, I guess I can just go ahead and go with my list. Let's start at the bottom. So, starting at the bottom, I didn't really care for this one. It's just weird, and I don't know. It's just not my thing. It's Nuru Dano Hana High School Lotion Sumo Club by Sato Mizu. I just wasn't really that into it. Then the next, let's say next 3, 4, they're okay. They're nothing too special. Some of them I'm not remember exactly, but there's Battle Ready Salesman by Wako Oshiishi. Then there's Slappy, Yujiro Koyama, Sweet Little Mermaid by Taipei Fukushima, and the hero costume Can't Be Washed by Hiroshi Shimamoto. The hero costume Can't Be Washed in Battle Ready Salesman, kind of similar yet polar opposites, because it kind of gives me the same like, oh, hero suit up kind of thing. Battle Ready Salesman, from what I remember, didn't really do too much. It's like, yeah, okay, you work for a bad company, I get it. Slappy was, I think, someone who was wanting to be a K-pop star, turns to skateboarding, so it's kind of nice. The art is unique, different than what you were probably used to. Sweet Little Mermaid, that one, nothing too wrong with it. It was somebody catches a mermaid. I think the comedy of it was was more okay with. And then the hero costume Can't Be Washed. That one was just straight up comedy. Hero that can't wash the costume and it stinks so much because constantly having work, and the harder you work, the more work you have to do, which I think a lot of us feels like we can probably get on board with, or we feel that. The next few I'm not completely sure about. They are about in the middle. I don't remember them exactly. So, 6, Linear 7 by Hako Issei. I really don't know. Linear 7 is... I don't know. And then the Descent of Zagard, Prince of Destruction, Robinson Haruhara, Yuki Sato. This is the one that had 2 creators. This one was a alien race, I think, that was just about destruction, sends like the young child of royalty to Earth to destroy it, and ends up just loving it. Arrives in the middle of a festival, has like 3 days, and just falls in love with it. Linear 7. What was Linear 7? I remember this. Okay, Linear 7 was trying to remember all of these. It's been so long. Another alien one. Alien, I think like a cat, or they look like a human and a cat, come to Earth because there was alien pets that were pretty much monsters released, and they're scouting those out, but then runs into this boy who thinks Linear 7 is a magician, and then wants to be one too. That's pretty much it. Like, not these two, nothing bad, nothing great. They're just right in the middle. Now the next 4, 2 of them we're going to see themes with on probably why I like them, but Fighting Girls by Tyson 5, and then A Day in the Lives of 2 Princes by Apollo 3. I like these because you get the 2 perspectives on each. There's a dual perspective in each story. Fighting Girls, you get one about this girl, both kids just wanting to be MMA, was it? Some kind of fighting. And you get the first perspective from a girl who just is trying really hard, never gets that great, and keeps going, looking up and chasing after this other girl who kept beating over and over. But then the first girl ends up sticking out, making a professional career out of it. Then we get the perspective of the second girl, who seemed to be always good, but never really had that much passion for it, but was always curious about the first girl, always going and still going. And then eventually makes it professional also, but then leaves because of other drama. But then because of the inspiration from the other girl, actually decides to stick with it. I like it. I know I said I wasn't going to get into reviews, but I actually really like these last 4, so I'm going to give them a bit more attention. Then A Day in the Lives of 2 Princesses. This one was another touching one. Honestly, when I think and talk about them more, 3 and 4 are either tied or flip back and forth because it's also 2 princesses. They're siblings? I guess I don't remember the details of this as much as Fighting Girls, so I'm not moving forward. They're pretty much siblings, or they're both princesses, and they're friends. Were fated to kill each other. Maybe twins? Yeah, I think that's it. They were twins, or at least born on the same day. And the whole deal is they're supposed to kill each other, but then they decide to get so close to each other. And then at the very end, I think is what really got me, is one's like, blah, 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 I can't do this, I'll let you kill me. Other one's like, because of you, I need to do this, so I'm going to have to kill you. They're thinking in their head, but it's like, damn. Okay, didn't see that ending coming. My second place one, Career Day Adventures by Chanta. Straight up, just the humor. This is the kind of humor that gets me, the kind of like deadpan, slapstick stuff that comes out of nowhere. It's just a boy for Career Day is stuck with a mountain bandit, which is pretty much just this guy going around breaking into places, and this time on this career day, breaking into an ex's house from childhood, not even a current one, from when they were child. And the owner comes back, sees this, and you think they're like, oh wow, I haven't seen so long, I remember when we used to play, oh it's so nice. And it's like, oh, so you're not going car crossing? I know, they're on your way. It's like, I love it. I love the comedy of this one so much more. It puts it right above the really two heartfelt nice ones. I don't know why. And then number one, Chalk Written Love by Akari Kajimoto. This one, okay, I'm a rom-com kind of sap. I probably read and watch more rom-com stuff than anything else. This one scared me at the beginning, though. I think it was done on purpose because it's about a teacher who, just a really good teacher, who's helping students any way possible. And it opens with what looks like a student, because it's a very small, very short person, being pretty much confessing love, or saying, you know, pretending to be in love, something like that. And turns out it was another teacher, just another very short teacher. But it had me at first, and I was like, but then it's actually, you know, it's a rom-com, so maybe it doesn't deserve to be on one overall. I thought it was still really well, because then the teacher gets a request from a student to help figure out how to confess. Then this other teacher offers to help and do all this by getting experience and stuff like that, and gets these typical rom-com situations in a very short time. And then it's like, oh, it worked. And now there's other students that also need more help with stuff. And then it's like, the teacher's like, well, I guess we can keep helping each other. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm a sap, I'll get it. And good, you're both teachers. I was so worried this is going to be a teacher-student thing. I think the relief itself was enough to shoot it up there. But I don't know. But I know I told you quite a bit for these last four. If you haven't read them yet, I feel I didn't spoil them. Good luck trying to find them. They're on MangaPlus. You have the names of what I just given you, but it's going to be hard to actually find them because they're not actually put into a collection, and they also are not advertising on their app anymore. So it's just going to be hard to find unless you have the name. You can look up the name, maybe, you know what, for your benefit. If you do want to read these, I will leave my list, or I will leave at least all 11 of these titles in the description. Should be easier to find, because, or you could Google it, maybe that you can find it that way, because yeah, they don't actually keep it collected. That's the most disappointing part when they're promoting it like this. But I don't know, it's a missed opportunity, but it was still an opportunity to do something, so I'm glad it happened. But besides this, there's going to be more one-shots. There's already been more one-shots since, you know, this special summer one-shot collection ended. So there's always plenty to find, and it's all free. MangaPlus is great about that. It's legit. Don't have to go anywhere else. Yeah, that's going to be it. If you want to talk more about it, go ahead and do it. Leave some comments. If you already read these, tell me which ones you like the most. I don't know, judge my judgment of them if you want to. Leave me your list if you already ranked them too. That'd be actually really interesting. I'll love to talk more about this stuff. Because the comments on these, not the easiest to have a conversation on there. But that's going to be it for this Otakutainment Opinions. Thank you everyone who watched. Thank you my Ko-fi and Patreon supporters. Fix up and Julio Vasquez. You also want to support me on there, go ahead and do it. You get these shout outs, notes of videos, the little notes I have for this video, stories I write, all kinds of stuff. But that's going to be it for me. I've been your Otakutainment, the AC Stories. Until next time.